So we will do with PPT only. Right. So mass fraction and mole fraction, if you define, so mass fraction equal to, anyone please tell me, mass fraction, mass of individual component to the total mass of the mixture. In the same way, mole fraction equal to mole of individual component to the total number of moles of the mixture. That's what we discussed in last class. Okay. So mass fraction is denoted by symbol MF. Mass fraction is denoted MF or X, both we can use. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, mole fraction is denoted with symbol small y. It is small y. Okay, small y. Okay, and see, mass fraction is equals to mass of individual component to the total mass of the mixture. And similarly, mole fraction equal to moles of individual component to the total number of moles of the mixture. Always the sum of mass fractions of individual components is equal to 1. Similarly, the sum of mole numbers of individual components is also equal to 1. Yesterday I proved that one also, right now. So in summation form, I can write MF I equal to 1 to K equal to 1, sum of the mass fractions. Similarly, sigma Y equal to sigma I equal to 1 to K and equal to 1. The sum of mole fractions is also equal to 1. Okay. And now Avogadro's law. So Avogadro's law, what it states that the molar mass of the substance is nothing but the product of number of moles multiplied by its molecular mass. Sorry, mass of the substance, mass is equals to number of moles into molar mass. M is the mass, as I told, M is the mass and capital M is the molar mass. Yes or no, right? Molar mass, or we can call it a molecular mass also. And the capital N is equal to number of moles. Okay. So from this very, very important relation, mass of the substance equal to number of moles multiplied by its molecular mass. Okay, na? Right. Suppose let us take oxygen. What is the mass? Tell me how to calculate mass. How many moles are there in oxygen?
60.
It is 2 and molecular mass equal to 16. So the mass is equals to 32 kg per kilomole. That is SI unit. Clear na? So number of moles are 2. Number of moles are 2 and the molecular mass is 16. Therefore, mass of O2 equal to 32 kg per kilomole. Okay. Then the average molar mass of the gas constant and the gas constant of the mixture can be expressed as we know, M is equals to M into N, and for mixture suffix M will come, and Nm is equals to mm by capital M. Can we write like this? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So mass of the mixture is equals to number of moles of the mixture multiplied by molar mass of the mixture. Okay. So from that I can write Nm or Mn, whatever you can write, we can write. From this mm also we can write. So if you change the positions, Nm will come here, mm will be here. So this is the mass of the mixture, mole number of the mixture. As we know, mass of mixture is nothing but M equal to I equal to 1 to K. Let us say there are K components are there. Okay. So summation form I can write molar mass of the mixture is equals to sum of the masses of individual components. Clear? Mm I can written as summation of, like this. Here you can see summation of I equal to 1 to K and Nm will be like that. Now M I can written as Mi, I can written as Ni into Mi. Clear? Number of moles into molecular mass gives the mass. Agree? Mass is nothing but N into M and component of I component. N is the molar number, capital M is the molecular mass or molar mass, we can say. Molar mass or molecular mass and number of moles of I mixture. Now, what is the ratio of Ni by Nm? Anyone? Number of moles of individual component by number of moles of mixture. What can I write? What is the definition of Ni by Nm? Anyone please respond. Number of moles of individual components to the number of moles of mixture is called mole number. Mole fraction, sorry, mole fraction. And this is for ith component Yi. So therefore, Ni by Nm is replaced by Yi.
I, sir.
Yeah, Yi, I equal to 1 to K into Mi, right? So this is the representation of the molar mass, right? So molar mass is also represented like this. Capital MM is equals to summation of Yi, I equal to 1 to K into Mi, where Mi is the molar mass of the I component. Okay. In the same way, we can write for the gas constant also. Here I want to discuss something in order to understand what is gas constant. Right? Let me. Can anyone tell me what is the equation of state? Equation of state. Can anyone please tell me? Equation of state. We can write PV is equals to M into R into T. Is it visible to you? What I'm writing on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
PV equal to MRT, where V is equals to what?
Volume.
Volume units. Volume is in meter cube, right now? M is the mass. M is the mass in kg. What about R? Anyone tell me? What is the meaning of R?
Universal gas constant.
No, it's not a universal gas constant. It is the gas constant of a particular gas. We remember, it is the gas constant of a particular gas. Particular gas. So it is not universal gas constant, because universal gas constant is equals to gas constant multiplied by molar mass or molecular mass, where R naught is called universal gas constant. So many of story stays. Okay, everyone will do mistake here only. Universal gas constant, and this value will be 8.314 kilojoules per kilomole Kelvin, and this R is the gas constant of a particular gas, and M is also a, what is M? Molar mass or molecular mass of a gas. Is it clear? R is not universal gas constant. It is the gas constant of a particular gas. Which gas we are using? That particular gas constant. We need to calculate R value by using universal gas constant. How to get R value? R value of a particular gas can be calculated by dividing universal gas constant with molecular mass. Is it clear? Very, very, very important relation.
Yes, sir.
Please, yeah. So you should not get confused, because R is only gas constant of that particular gas, and R naught or RU, we can use symbol. No, don't need not to worry about that. We can use R naught or RU. So that is nothing but gas constant R multiplied by the molecular mass. Okay. Again, equation of state, as we know, PV is equals to MRT, can also be restated as P small v is equals to RT. Agree? Where small v is equals to specific volume, it can be defined as volume per mass. Specific volume, volume per mass. The units are meter cube per kg. Got it? So P small v equal to RT, P capital V equal to MRT. Because as we know, specific volume is volume per mass. So therefore, in this equation, I can write as PV by M is equals to RT. What about V by M? V by M is nothing but the specific volume, that is denoted by symbol small v, and the units are meter cube per kg. Right? And finally, I can write the equation of state as PV is equals to R naught by M into T. Agree?
R naught, sir.
R naught is called universal gas constant and M is the molar mass or molecular mass of the gas. Means R naught by M is nothing but R. Is somebody unmuted? Please mute your mics. Is it is clear? The ways we can represent the equation of state I am saying. If anyone is having doubt, please ask now only, because if I go to the screen, this will be erased automatically because Paint is not supporting today. In this slide, if
Yes,
anyone is having doubt, please ask me. I will clarify now itself. Again, I will write all at a time. Right. If I write here, it is visible. PV is equals to M into R into T, or P small v is equals to RT, or P small v is equals to universal gas constant by molecular mass into T. You should not have any doubt about these three equations. If it is clear, then whatever I said is clear. This last one I am asking. These three equations are clear for everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Right? Where R naught is the universal gas constant, M is the molar mass or molecular mass. So R naught by M is equal to the gas constant of a particular gas. Right. Now I'm going back to the slide. Right. So similarly, just now I told RM is nothing but the gas constant for a particular gas, nothing but for mixture. That is nothing but the universal gas constant divided by the molar mass of the mixture. Clear? Clear now? RM is equal. Just now I said R is equals to R naught by M. Here we are using RU. RU is the universal gas constant. For mixture, here suffix M will be there. Similarly, molar mass of the mixture can also be written as we know, mass of the mixture is equals to molar mass into number of molecules. For mixture, MM, and NM. And from this, MM is equals to mass of the mixture by number of moles of the mixture. That's why we written here. And we know that NM is also written as, what is NM? Number of moles of mixture. So that is, we can written as summation of mass of individual component by molar mass of the individual component. Right now, so NM we can written as Mi by MM. Mi, capital Mi. Capital M is the molar mass. Small m is the mass. Any doubt in this one? And if you rearrange the terms, so if you write here Mi by, it will come to denominator Mi into MM. And the ratio of Mi by MM is known as mass fraction. Mass fraction. Mass fraction is nothing but mass of individual component to the mass of the mixture. So that is denoted by symbol MF. So that's why written MFI divided by molar mass of the individual components. That is summation, right? So therefore, this is the another way of representing. So MFI is equals to, individual component to the mixture. That is, in terms of moles, I can written as Ni into Mi by Nm into mm, and Ni by Nm is nothing but the mole fraction into Mi by mm. This is the other way of representing. It all depends upon the data given in the problem. Which formula you need to use, it all depends upon the data we are using. Right? The basic fundamental thing is the three things you should remember. Okay, three things you should remember. So that is nothing but mass fraction is equals to mass of individual component Mi divided by mass of the mixture, and mole fraction is equals to mole of individual component by mole number of the mixture, and we know that mass of the mixture is equals to then number of moles multiplied by the molar mass. These three formulas are very, very important. So throughout this topic, we are using these three formulas. Any doubt in these three formulas? One is the Avogadro's law, second one is the mass fraction, third one is the mole fraction. According to Avogadro's law, so mass of the substance is equals to number of moles multiplied by molar mass. If it is clear, then I will go to the problem.
Sir, those three formulas are clear, but the those calculations are confusing, sir.
That is calculations are confusing. So
Yes.
that is just interpreting the data only. You see here from Avogadro's law, what can I write? Molar mass. Molar mass is equals to, you can see here from Avogadro's law, molar mass is nothing but mass by number of moles. Can you write like that? Any doubt in this one? I'm explaining this one. Otherwise, I will clear this and I will.
We can't see your cursor, sir.
Okay, okay, once. No. I will. Right. Is this Avogadro's law is clear? Now, can you see this
Yes,
red
sir.
colored one, right? So what it states? It states that mass of the substance is equals to number of moles multiplied by the molar mass, right? So from this, if I want to write capital M, what can I write?
N. Small m by n.
Yes, small m by n. Small m by n. If I want to do for mixture, suffix m, suffix m, suffix m. The same thing here written. Till here it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what is m suffix m? This is a mixture, right now. Mass of the mixture. What is mass of the mixture? Let us say n m1 plus m2 plus m3 and so on, mn, yes or no? Where 1 to n are the constituents of the mixture, yes or no?
Yes,
Please
sir.
answer. Right. Let us assume there are k components are there. Then I can write mm as m sigma I is equals to 1 to k. Mi can I write where I is varying from 1 to k? Because for the mixture I am writing in terms of summation form. M can also be written as like this. Do you have any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
No. Again, I am applying Avogadro's law. According to Avogadro's law, small m is equals to capital N into capital M. Agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, small mi is nothing but ni into mi. Same thing. Just molar mass is equals to, sorry, mass of the substance is equals to molar mass multiplied by the number of moles.
Y is molar fraction.
No. Till till this step it is clear.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. Now Ni is nothing but number of moles of into I component by number of moles of the mixture. What is this ratio? This ratio is called mole fraction. Mole fraction is denoted as symbol Y, and that particular component I am writing Yi. And multiplied by the Mi. This is the one way of representing what is this one? Molar mass of the mixture. Now it is clear,
Okay, sir.
right now?
Yes.
In the same way, we are rewriting this equation. So this is nothing but from Avogadro's law, we can write molar mass of the mixture is equals to mass of the mixture divided by number of moles of the mixture. Okay. Again, number of moles of mixture I can rewrite as in summation m of I component by m mixture, molar mass of the mixture in terms of summation form. Do you have any doubt in this one? Again, this is Avogadro's law only. Instead of mixture, I am writing one component, I am putting summation.
Yes, sir.
Right. Again, what I am writing, the mass of the mixture is in the numerator. If I write in the denominator, it will be 1 by. Agree?
Yes, sir.
That's why Mi by mm into mi. Again, we know that mass of individual component to the mass of the mixture is called mass fraction. So that's what summation I equal to 1 to k. Here also I equal to 1 to k. Here also I is equals to 1 to k will be there. Okay, and so mi by mm is nothing mf, and this is other way of representing the molar mass of the mixture. This is one way. This is means the molar mass can be represented in terms of mole fraction as well as the mass fraction. So
Yes,
ultimately, finally, we got m is equals to molar mass of the mixture is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to k yi into mi. This is one way, and the second way is mm is equals to 1 by summation I is equals to 1 to k mfi by mi. Here it is division and here it is multiplication. Clear
Sir.
this one?
MFS X, no sir.
mf,
X.
this one. Mf or x, we can use x also.
Yes.
The other notation for mf is all x also. Mf or x we can use. I think there is some lag is there, right? What I am writing and what I am telling.
Sir, a small lag is.
Yes, because of that you are not able to follow. Okay, no problem. I will repeat once again also. Okay, so mf or x is the notation we are using for the mass fraction. Clear this one? Now this formula is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you note down these two formulas also in your paper. What along with the symbols. Mass of the mixture, sorry, molar mass of the mixture is equals to, in terms of mole fraction, in terms of mass fraction. Clear now?
Over, sir.
Yeah, now I'll go to the problem. First problem. Yeah, all of you please go through the problem. So a gas mixture consists of three gases: oxygen, nitrogen, and methane. CH4 is called methane, right now. So what is the consists of 3 kg of oxygen, 5 kg of nitrogen, and 12 kg of methane, right? Okay, right. Now, so tell me, mass of oxygen is how much? Mass of oxygen is equals to 3 kg. Mass of nitrogen is equals to 5 kg. And mass of methane is equals to 12 kg. Right? If you know the mass of individual components, can you calculate mass of the mixture? All of you. You
Yes,
know
sir.
the mass of individual components, we can calculate mass of the mixture. So mass of the mixture, nothing but what is the symbol? M suffix. M is equals to then mass of oxygen plus mass of nitrogen.
20 kg.
Yeah, mass of methane. So 5 plus 3, 8 plus, very good. 20 kg is the mass of the mixture. So once you know mass of individual components and mass of the mixture, I think there is no problem in calculating mass fraction. Agree?
Sir. Yes.
Right.
Divide.
Right. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mass fraction of oxygen or XO2 is equals to MO2 by mass mixture. Nothing but 3 by 20. Similarly, mass fraction of nitrogen, or we can use XN2, is equals to, what is this value? 5 by 20. And mass fraction of methane is equals to 12 by 20. Clear till now? In mass fraction,
Yes.
do you have Right. Again, if you want to check whether what we did is correct or not, there is one relation is there. Sum of mass fractions is always equal to
1.
1. Check we can do 3 by 20 plus 5 by 20 plus 12 by 20 is equal to 1. So mass fractions is correct. Clear na? First question, A bit is clear for all of you? Is A bit is clear for all of you? Mass fraction, and we checked also it is correct. Roll number 1 is there? I'll ask 1 second. Only 38 students are there. Yeah, 18 batch 52. 18 batch 52. Are you there? Siddiqui.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it is clear? Mass
Yes, sir.
fraction. Okay. Okay, 61 is there? 61, Syed Saha. Roll number 61. Okay, he's somewhere outside. Okay, now we will go to the second bit. What is the second bit? Mole fraction. In order to calculate the mole fraction, what you require? Anyone?
Moles number.
Yeah, very good. Individual moles as well as the total number of the moles. Okay, right. How to calculate individual moles?
We should write the formula, sir.
Formula, right? So you can see here, in order to calculate individual moles, so NO2, number of moles of oxygen is equals to, by using Avogadro's law, right? M is equals to capital N into capital M, where a small m is equals to what? Mass, and
Mass of
number of
individual.
mass of individual or anything, depends on the substance here. Mass equal to number of moles into molar mass. Okay, and I want N, number of moles of oxygen is equals to mass of oxygen by molar mass of oxygen. Like that I written formula here, right? How to get the mass of oxygen? It is given in the problem. Yes or no? Mass of oxygen is given as 3 kg here is given, right? So 3 kg is the oxygen, 3 kg. And how to get the molar molecular mass or molar mass of oxygen? What is the atomic number of oxygen? Atomic number of 16, right? 16 into how many number of moles equal to 2? 16 to the
2, sir.
16 to
32.
the 32 kg per kilomole. Got it? So from this we got a number of moles of oxygen equal to 0.094 kilomole, because kg cancelled, we left with kilomole. Clear? Number of moles of oxygen. By using Avogadro's law we found number of moles equal to mass by molar mass. Mass by molar mass. Similarly, for nitrogen, what is the atomic number of nitrogen? 7.
15.
Hey, nitrogen
7.
7.
Atomic
Right now?
number 7.
Atomic number is 7. 7 means its weight is 14. How many moles are there?
14.
2. 14 into 2 is 28. 20, so molar mass of N2. N is 14, N2 is 28. Agree? Molar mass of O is 16, O2 is 32. Similarly, N is 14, N2 is 28. And we got it 0.179. And similarly for methane, CH4. CH4, right? How to get the molar mass? Carbon atomic number is how much?
6.
6.
Carbon 6, right? So its weight, its mass will be 6 into 2, 12, plus hydrogen is 1 into 4, 4, that is 16. So the molar mass of methane is 16, and mass of methane is given in the problem 12. So 12 by 16 we got it 0.750. Now you can check it. As we know, for checking the sum of mole fractions is sum of It's not checking. Just number of moles. It's not checking. Now you got moles of mixture. How to get number of moles of mixture? By adding all these three. By adding all these three, you will get the mole number of the mixture, Nm. We got it 1.023. You know mole number of individual component and mole number of mixture. Then we can calculate mole fraction. Mole fraction of oxygen is equals to number of moles of oxygen by number of moles of mixture, right? Mole number or number of moles, one and same, don't get confused. Number of moles or mole number, one and same. Clear now? Don't get confused. Sometimes I am saying mole number, sometimes I am calling it as number of moles. Both are same. So similarly, we'll go for the number of moles of mole fraction of nitrogen and mole fraction of methane. And we, for checking, add these three, you will get equal to 1. So therefore, we know that sum of mole fractions is also equal to the 1. Clear this one? Second bit. How to find the mole fraction? In order to find the mole fraction, you require individual moles. If you know individual moles, you can calculate the mixture. And what is the third bit we have? Third bit is the average molar mass. Average molar mass, right? So average molar mass, as just now we see, M is equals to mass of mixture by number of moles of the mixture. We have mass of the mixture and we have number of moles of the mixture. So from that we can calculate average moles of the mixture, that is 19.6 kg per kilomole. Other way, by using formula. So as we see, the mass of mixture we can calculate by using mass fraction as well as mole fraction. In terms of mole fraction, that is summation yi into mi. In terms of mass fraction, 1 divided by summation of, tell me anyone. Tell me. Mi into mfi. Check it once. This one, mfi by mi. In terms of mass fraction, 1 divided by summation mfi by mi. So here I solved by using mole fraction. Even you can try with mass fraction, because we have mass fraction already for individual components. You will get same value if you substitute in mass fraction also. And finally, gas constant of mixture is equals to universal gas constant, as I told, and mass, molar mass of the mixture. You will get finally kilojoules per kg Kelvin. Do you have any doubt in this problem? Again, just go back. First, we calculated mass fraction. In order to calculate mass fraction, you require mass of the individual component. And if you know mass of individual component, we can calculate mixture by adding. So with that, we calculated mass fraction of individual component, mf of oxygen, mass fraction of nitrogen, and mass fraction of methane, right? And we already checked the sum of mass fractions is always equal to 1. And secondly, we go for the mole fraction. In order to calculate mole fraction, you require moles of the individual components. For that, we used Avogadro's law. From Avogadro's law, we know that mass is equals to number of moles multiplied by the molar mass. From that, we calculated moles of the nitrogen, oxygen, as well as the methane. Once you know individual moles, just add all the moles, you will get the mixture. And by using this individual moles and mixture, we calculated mole fractions of individual components. And if you add all these three, you will get the 1. And finally, we required average molar mass. So average molar mass we can calculate in 3 ways. That is mass of the mixture by number of moles of the mixture. That is the one way of finding the average molar mass. Second one is by using mole fraction. Third one is by using mass fraction. Here I did in 2 ways. Third way, by using mass fraction, we can check. And finally, gas constant of the mixture is equals to universal gas constant by molecular mass of the mixture. Okay, so with this we'll stop today. Any doubt till now? Please ask me. Any doubt till now?